30-day notice cancellation.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that you ratify the mayor's canceling of USW's emergency contract and enter into a 120-day contract with a 30-day cancellation. You've heard the motion, ready for the questions?
To make sure that, I want to make sure that we include the other three things that the attorney suggested. I think two of them we did with the date.
The other would be,
With the indemnification.
yes, sir. Oh, yeah, yeah. So the last part, subject to
That's what
council's
I was
approval.
gonna ask. So do I need to amend?
Yes, amend, so you don't have to amend it, subject to council's approval? Is everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Call for question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed have the same right. Let the record show is unanimous.
Any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Corey, send me an email.
Yes.
One other thing under Public Works. You have the Curtis Materials quote. I was trying to get a couple more quotes, but this is in leaning towards getting one of the properties that are more than an eyesore and have been in the court, corrected. The second thing you see is a wood chopper. A wood chopper. Working with our guys, we rented one twice, and the work that they were able to do around the city with fallen leaves, fallen branches after the rain, or even some things that they cut.
What,
We're now
I'm sorry,
looking at-
I'm lost on I thought we were on tax collection.
Public Works,
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, this is
still on Public Works.
It's an agenda item also, that's why I was confused.
Oh, okay. So we're going, yes.
Mr. Mayor, in Public Works, so are we gonna, there's some issues that, are we gonna start getting kind of a report? And I think that kind of came out in our conversation. Whoever's gonna be the point person for Public Works, if we can get kind of an operational report, and maybe it'd be monthly, because a lot of these things are transitioning from month to month, and it helps us to all be on one page if we're able to see some things, and we don't need to have, like, we ordered 4 screws, but just kind of a general summary on what we're doing in Public Works, because I think that speaks to what we were talking about with USW. They're not necessarily, I thought we had a project manager, but when you go back, we don't really. We are operating our own shop, and so if we can kind of get a report to kind of help us streamline it, or if we need to get more support, I think you asked for it a couple months ago to get a part-time.
There's a report that I've given a couple of times. We can go back to that. What it basically does is it sort of, the major projects, if you will, just having them list them on a kind of a running, ongoing basis. So I can get back to, was talking with them about that maybe 2 weeks ago to make sure it was updated and that sort of thing. But it's almost a synopsis of the work orders. And sure, we can get back to that, not a problem. City council reports? Yes.
Public administration report. She was out. I don't know if.
Oh, did you, Ms. Johnson, did you have anything you wanted to share under administration? Okay.
I had a question, and I don't know if this is in the report. I guess it kind of brings us back to,
Which report?
in the administration report of like the concerns that we heard about Panther Hill. Have you, if the administration got any of those concerns or reports, and where are we at with that?
The administration has not. The couple of things that I've heard, I've checked on, and they were gone. But now I have some specifics. One of the things that we have is, well, under social media, basically. There's a lot of stuff flying out there, but there was never a room number. And one lady showed, interestingly enough, she actually showed kind of some old, like what we have up here. And I asked her on social media if she had a room number, and she said, well, no, she didn't have a room number, but she tried to get one. I was in touch with Ms. Jackson, and now we've got the room number for me to follow up, and I think that major area was something that happened in someone under you, as well as your situation. So we just got that, a couple of days ago, on the weekend, so I'll be following up on that. But these are the specifics, and the one thing I heard on the one with the 5 or 6 rooms was that they didn't have heat when it first turned cold. So I don't know if that's been eradicated, but I'll check on it and report back. Not a problem. Councilman Rowland.
The reason why I asked is because I also have some names, room numbers, pictures and things, and I want to make sure that we're on the same page as a city. Some of the things that may come to the administration, the question is it a public safety, health and safety issue for the city? And I don't know if that is our realm, so hopefully as the mayor, you will be able to help. You have the barometer of if it meets that threshold. So if you could do that. Second, I have some information for some people who've been affected, and I want to make sure that the city of Prairie does not have any, we don't put ourselves in liability, and I want to make sure that we're on record of asking to make sure that both the administration give to city council a report within the next 5 days to make sure that, and that could be between the mayor and the attorney, that we don't have any liability. I know we talked about having a meeting, but as far as administration, the city of Prairie View, we want to make sure that we have taken the precautions and had a conversation that we can get back to it. So I don't know, there's no motion we can make, but again, if we could ask for the mayor to take that up and get back to council.
Well, I'm not sure how deep we can get into a private property. Council,
So we're
drive
already
on that
so
because
far off an
I don't-
agenda topic right now, you're making me nervous. So, but here's what I'll do. I'm gonna get with the mayor. I've heard what you had to say in your questions, and I can get you something, attorney-client privilege, just brief.
Okay.
And then my hope is that we as a body and myself can get together in a closed session where I can give you all the answers to the questions that you need, and I hope to do that very soon.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Jones.
Well, actually, I would like to move that we adjourn this meeting because I feel as though time after time our citizens sit in here for 3 or 4 hours at a time and we don't really work on any objectives to move the city forward. Today we talked about a couple things that could possibly help move our city, but we hear time after time our citizens complain about streets, complain about lights, complain about sewage. And I think it's a disservice when city council members, such as housing entities as well, ask for several things to be put on the report, and it's not put on the report.
Is there a motion to adjourn or something else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that the city council meeting be adjourned. You've heard the motion. Ready for the questions? All those in favor say aye. Opposed have the same right? Nay. Okay.